What we do here is go back.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to TaylorMadeOtaku. Today we are reviewing episode 8 of Alice to Zouroku. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. This episode starts off with a new character named Hattori and her journey to being a Alice user. It went into, not into great detail, but exactly, how she came to have her Alice powers. She got her power because she prayed to God to have something that lets her mom and her dad get along like they used to. The next morning, she walks downstairs and she says, good morning. And her parents are done. They are absolutely done. Her dad's staring out the window. Her mom's sitting on the couch just staring at the coffee table. They both got sour looks on their faces. They are done with each other. So then she goes to break the tension in the room by saying, hey, my friend is having a race today, and I was wondering if we could all go and cheer her on as a family, like we used to. And then the little Alice symbol pops up behind her. Does a little thing. And all of a sudden, their parents start getting along. Like parents should with a kid. They start going, oh man, that's great. Let's go watch this thing. And mom's like, I'll make us some sandwiches. And dad's like, we'll just go pick something up. And they go, they sit down, they watch the match. And she starts to unconsciously use it. From what I can tell, her Alice allows her to control people. And I guess within a selected area, Goes out even further when her and her friend are walking to school and some random guy, they stop at a stoplight, which they're supposed to do, and they were waiting for it to turn green, like you're supposed to do. And this random guy just walks past, starts crossing the street, and she just said to herself, hey, you're supposed to wait for the light to turn green. All of a sudden, her eyes pops up again, and the guy stops mid and right in the middle of the road, and then he just backs up and he stands there, and the light turns green, and then he goes. So I was, that's interesting. And then they were walking in school, and a group of boys, being boys, were running through the hallway, and she pretty much just said to herself, hey, you're not supposed to run in the hallways. So they all stopped. They just all stopped. And this time her friend saw it, she saw it, it popped up in front of her, not behind her back like it did before. And she's like, what is that? And all the boys are just frozen. They're just there. So they decide to go and hide behind a corner, and then the effects wear off, and then they go on about their business. And from there, her and her friend just come together, and they're just talking about this ability of hers, and she's like, can you use it again? And she uses it again to stop everyone on the playground from playing. And then even her friend was affected, so she kind of let her out of it. And her friend was telling everybody, hey, can you tell them to do something? And she's just everybody walk to the left. And then everybody started walking. And her friend said, everybody dance. And then they all started dancing. Eventually they told them to stop. And it was this is a really cool thing. Her whole intention was to use it for good. And it kind of worked out that way. Kind of. After using it for so long, she was literally using it so much that her parents just became mindless. They were just mindless zombies. She just woke up and went downstairs and just saw them just sitting there mindless, like zombies. And that scared her. She called her friend. She's like, this is my fault. I don't know how to get them out of this. And she said she was going to go away to somewhere far away. And her friend said, I'll join you. And she said, true. Day one. From there, it jumps back to the original story with Sana helping Zouroku out at work. And this is where the lightheartedness comes back. And low-key, this is one thing that I love about this show, is how Zouroku is actually like, you forget he's an old man. Even though you're looking at him and you see an old man, you forget he's an old man. So he's like, he told Sana to go do something. He said, go throw out those things that are green. And it just reminds me like my grandparents, man. They don't remember anything. And Sana reminded me of you mean like the sponges? And he's like, yeah, those things. You know what to do. Go do it. This show is great sometimes. So Sana's waiting on a play date with the twins, and she sent them a map that's terribly drawn. And of course, they do get lost. They're kind of close. They're in the vicinity. But who shows up to ruin the fun but Hattori and her friend? And they pretty much stop everybody. Like, she literally holds out her hand, summons her Alice, and says, this is an order. Everybody stop. So then everybody just stop in their tracks. And the range of it must have been at least a couple of blocks, because she got Zouroku with it too. He was just saying, you guys are all in the way, you should move, you're adults, you should not act like children out in public. Then they go, her and her friend, they get crepes. They order crepes. They pay for the crepes, so that's a good thing. I think she got a kiwi crepe, which sounds kind of gross, but hey, to each their own. And her friend got a strawberry crepe, which looked great, and I wanted to try one. I've never had a crepe. I really want one now. Sana comes back from rinsing out the green things. I think they were sponges, but they probably weren't sponges. And she finds Zouroku just stuck, like, not moving, and she's freaking out. So then she runs out for help, but everybody's stuck, so she continues to freak out. Then she runs into Hattori, and she's like, Hattori and her friend are like, why aren't you, like, stuck? Why aren't you, like, why don't you obey me? And Sana's just like, I have no idea what's going on. They're like, do you know something about, like, I think they call it, like, magic or something? And Sana's like, what are you talking about? These people are, like, all types of messed up. What's going on right now? And they're just like, if you know a way to get out of the magic, let us know so we can let all these people out of the magic. And Sana's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But then she uses her Alice, and here's where it gets cool. Her Alice actually, like, cancels out the others. Cancels out, like Hattori's Alice. Then everybody just goes back to normal. They go back to normal, they're moving, they're talking, like, it's like they don't remember anything. Hattori is like, how did you do that? I didn't know there was another one. Look, I have one too. And she summoned her Alice, but then Sana's Alice break. So their Alice literally cancel each other out. And they can't, so that's a good thing, I guess. They can't really fight each other. But Sana was ready to throw hands, and she started throwing hands, not very well, but she's like, what, like 5? So they end up pushing Sana to the side, and they end up, running away. Once they get away, Hattori says to her friend, I think I became like a bad witch, because that girl had a family, and she had friends, and she was all alone, and she was the only one not frozen, so she must have been all alone and scared and really, really nervous. And I did that, and she had to suffer for it. I put her through a lot. I think I'm a bad person. That's how the episode ends. So that was the episode. It was definitely different, following someone other than Sana for once. I feel pretty bad for Hattori. I mean, she's trying to use her powers for good, but she just uses it, and once they're out of the power after like some time, they just forget about the entire thing. So, which explains what happened to her parents, because eventually she put them under that spell so many times it just ended up being mindless zombies, and she doesn't want that for everybody. So she knew she could get away with it, but when Sana was there and all alone, that's where she actually felt bad, and she was like, everybody didn't forget about this. Somebody was literally affected by this, and that really sucks. So she does have a good heart, and I hope that Sana can help her in the future to either control it or take away the negative effects that she has started or made with her, Alice in general. But this show is still fantastic. I love this show so much, and I can't wait to see where this particular storyline goes. But that's all I got for you guys this episode. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want to talk about the episode, feel free to put whatever you want in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the next episode? Put that down below. If you like what I do here and like the videos that I make, please don't hesitate to subscribe and join the squad. We have a couple new people in the squad, so welcome to the squad. Until next video, guys, peace out.